So Phil, can you tell us what kind of roles and responsibilities a CEO has?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, CEO of a co-op or Midcounties is a big role, obviously, because we've got lots of different types of businesses. I'm appointed by the board. The board of directors are elected by the membership, and their role is to appoint the CEO and to ensure that the CEO is acting on behalf of the members in the best interest of the members. And that's really my primary role, is on behalf of the board, is to ensure that, along with the executive team, we are doing what's right for our members and looking after their interests for the long term. And to do that, you've got to continually look over the horizon. Whilst it's clearly there's lots of pressures on the day-to-day and here and now and things that we've all got to focus on, as a CEO you've also got to really focus longer term and look over the horizon at what's coming and to what extent our businesses are adapting to that and the flexibility that we have. And so looking outwardly is really, really important as a CEO. But also it's about building strong teams, because many senior roles, you need a team around you if you're going to be successful. So having a great executive team is really important, and I'm really, really privileged that I've got a brilliant executive team, and therefore that's a big part of my role, is making sure that they stick together and that they are doing the things that our members will want them to do.
Perfect. And could you give us just an example of what an average day would look like for yourself?
Yeah, probably. I don't know whether there's an average day. We spend a lot of time planning and looking at what's ahead. As I said, so much of my time will be spent analysing what's going on in the wider world, listening to the people around me, listening to colleagues, really thinking about whether it's next month or next year, or as we've done this week, spent the last 3 days talking about the next 5 years. So an average day for me is very much about looking ahead, planning, but also talking to people, whether that's within the organisation, and which is really important. You have to listen as much as you speak. It's really important, and you do that within the organisation, but also outside the organisation. It's really important for me to stay in contact with our members, with other co-ops, our partners, our key commercial partners. So as a CEO, you do a lot of time. Spend a lot of time talking and listening to our stakeholders, our colleagues, our members, our partners, as I said.
Perfect. And then could you give us a little bit of advice of how young people can progress into more senior management roles within the Midcounties?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the first thing I would say is, anyone can. There's not a predetermined set of criteria of what you have to be able to progress into a senior management role. People from all backgrounds, all walks of life, doesn't really matter about your educational background or your ethnicity or anything. We as an organisation are open to everyone, and I think that's really important. And indeed, I would go out of my way to support anyone that wants to progress. What's really important is the mindset, more than anything. Is that you want to succeed, you want to progress. If you've got that mindset and you've got that determination, then we are here as an organisation to give you that opportunity. And I meet people from different backgrounds and different ages, and I can always usually see the people that are likely to succeed are the ones that are interested. They've got the hunger for it, and they'll go out of their way to network and to speak to people and to get in amongst it. And that's the sort of thing you need to do to progress. It's not about on its own just a sort of a structured approach to it. Of course that helps, and I think the work that our HR team have done in this last year to create that new career pathway and a framework so anyone can see how can I progress. That's made that all the more easy. So I think a combination of that with having the determination and the desire to do it is what you really need.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that.